Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atomic Salt Live Show. This is the show we're going to discuss everything in the tabletop hobby world. Tonight, we've got Battlehaven on with us today. As always, I'm joined by my buddy Casey. Casey, how are you this week?
Oh my gosh, Alan, it has been such a unproductive week. After like my crazy productive week 2 weeks ago, this week I just said, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So, what about yourself, sir?
Getting ready for the Salt City Gladiator games. I've been doing silicone resin casting. So that's been my little adventure this week.
How's that turning out for you?
The first one didn't go so well, so I'm redoing it. But since I'm getting very good at casting, I know how to fix it. So little rubber loss, but no big deal.
Well, can't you reuse some of that materials, or?
No, it's all chemical based, so one and done.
Understood. But did you get any painting done this week?
Nope, none at all.
Well, that's all right. I did a little bit here. I don't know. I just sent you a picture. Maybe you could put it up on the screen. So I've been working on the Death Ray Designs, their base inserts. This is the Alien Technology one. I've been messing with it, trying to add a little more color. They've been turning out really nice. I'll just hold them up here in case we don't see them. So I've been kind of airbrushing out these bases. So for those of you who aren't familiar with this product, they come in like a CD case like this, and you get 3 sizes of bases, about 45 of them total. And being acrylic, they don't soak up paint at all, but they're nice and they're light. Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
And yeah, so they just paint up real nice. So I've been kind of using an airbrush on them. So I've already done like the whites and the grays, and I've done the oranges. And I was kind of looking at what they had done for theirs. They had some black spots, and so I did them dark gray. And I'm not sure how I like it right now. I feel like maybe they're a little too dark. But if I was going lighter, it would have made sense. So I'm thinking maybe I need to like try and put some highlights on the gray spots. But being that these are bases, I just don't know how much effort they really deserve.
Well, if you're using an airbrush, I would suggest, like I said earlier, do a shadow line down the center, just a little bit of maybe soft body black or whatever, and just put a little stripe down the center. See how that looks.
I think that would be a good idea. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much more. I might do that, but I'm not sure how much more effort is going to go into these. Like I said, since there's going to have bases on top of them. But I'm thinking Eugene might look real good on these.
There you go.
Like half of that new starter.
Yeah. New starter box coming up. Accidentally leaked, but yeah, for Infinity. Coming out in August, we have a new starter box.
Yeah, when Corvus Belli and Beasts of War are swearing up a storm on Facebook, you know that one wasn't planned.
So tonight we have a guest joining us. We have Shannon from Battlehaven. Shannon, how are you this week?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Oh,
Non-productive, right? I hear no painting.
I did a little, not a lot, but I did a little.
So I'm hanging out with James from 40K Amateur Hour, and we started painting. I just used an airbrush for the first time. So we're painting the Super Dungeon Explorer game that I've had for like a year that I have not painted them yet. So that's kind of exciting. I got some stuff done this week.
Hey, you've got a lot of chibi.
That's a great game. That's a lot of fun to play.
It's one of my favorite games, but I've never painted them before, so that's exciting. I'm excited about it.
Okay, so who's your favorite hero?
I like all of them. I like the one with the bear. I don't remember what his name is, though, but he's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a good one.
We had a game where they picked up a couple of things, and so the bear started breathing fire, and then it got wings, so it was a flying, fire-breathing bear. And
very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's a good game.
Yep.
So you're joining us tonight to talk a little bit about Battlehaven. So tell us a little bit exactly what Battlehaven is.
So, Battle Haven is a wargaming retreat. It's been referenced to basically like a cruise ship for wargamers. But it's not on the ocean. It's actually in the mountains of Utah. So, what it is basically you come to this cabin that we've rented out for the week, and you come in, and basically you just need to get here, and we take care of everything else. So, you have a room, you have food, everything's taken care of, and just gaming 24/7 is basically the gist of what Battle Haven is.
So forgive me if I'm wrong, but this sounds familiar. Wasn't there another event similar to this a few years back?
Yeah, so I used to work for a painting studio that used to put on the event called Valhalla, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Hmm.
That's the one that everybody's heard about. So with Battle Haven, I used to do Valhalla. I've done it for about 5 years. And then we've teamed up with Sarah, who used to actually started Valhalla in the past. So she's done it for about 7 years, skipped a couple years there. And then Mike Dunn used to do it with us as well. And then we're bringing on Bruce Clegg. And he's a new guy for this, but he hasn't done Valhallas in the past, but he's helping us with this one.
So it sounds like all of you guys, well, except for one, really have a lot of experience doing this type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 7 years collectively between all of us doing this event.
So where is this going to be located?
So it's in Utah. It's in Heber City. If you guys aren't familiar with that, I'm sure you guys are though, because you're from Utah. So the closest place that people know is Park City. It's about 20 minutes from Park City in beautiful mountain territory in Heber City. So it's very close. It's about a half-hour drive from the airport when you fly in, so it's not too far.
Cool. Are you going to be like shuttling people up there, or
So
how's
we're
it working
not,
out?
yeah, so we're not shuttling. Basically, you need to get to the venue, and then once you get there, everything is taken care of for you. So, you rent a car, team up with some people coming out, however that works out for you guys. If you need help, obviously reach out to us, and we'll definitely, work it out for you guys as well. But yeah, so get to the venue, everything else is taken care of once you get there.
Alan's never been on a cruise ship before, so he actually believes that they just drive you to the boat from your
Okay,
house.
yeah, most places don't do that, but I've never been on a cruise ship either, but I know that you have to actually get to the cruise to have them take you away. But have you been on a cruise, Casey?
Several times.
Where did you go?
We did the Caribbean once. We went down into Mexico,
Okay.
and then we also did an Alaskan cruise.
Okay, cool.
And he's
Yeah,
not allowed
so
back in Alaska.
I have always wanted to take a cruise until you hear about like the power loss, all of like the foodborne illnesses that people get, and then I'm a little terrified. That doesn't happen at Battle Haven.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Nothing
You,
like that happens.
it's in this cabin will not sink, correct?
No, like it's set. It's good. Yeah, no sinking happening. No Titanic action on this adventure here.
Well, I'm sure you could have somebody out on the balcony doing the whole DiCaprio scene.
I mean, people do that everywhere, right? I don't know. We can make that happen. Are you gonna come, you guys? Are you gonna come out?
Okay, so what are the dates for it?
Okay, so the dates are September 3rd through the 8th this year. We're planning a lot more dates to come for the next years. So it actually follows right after Comic Con. The dates for that is the 1st through the 3rd. So if you guys wanted to come out to Salt Lake for Comic Con, go to that and then come to our event right after, which is a pretty awesome deal.
Yeah, I think I'd really like to go up there for it. My wife has been telling me that I need to get away for a little bit, so.
There you go. Perfect. Come hang out with us, Casey.
So for those people who are local, are you required to stay at the cabin? Can they commute to the event daily?
Yeah.
Or
So we have so many different packages available. If you go to our website, battlehaven.us, if you look at the packages we have, so we have day passes, we have week passes, we have passes that you can stay. We have, people who want their private room, they can get that. People who want to share a room with a bunch of their friends, they can do that. So it just depends on, if you're coming out with a group, coming out by yourself, whatever works best for you. So if you come up during the day, then it's just your day pass. So you can drive up, have breakfast, lunch, dinner with us, all the gaming you could imagine, the amenities at the house, and all of that stuff too. So that's included with it.
is there an option to pass out on the couch around 2 a.m.?
I mean, I'm pretty nice, so I'd probably let you. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room at this house. There's tons of couches, like in all of the gaming rooms and stuff. There's plenty of places to crash out. So I think I could work it out, but I don't want to promise that for everybody. So we'll see.
Because I mean, the gaming machine like me, I just keep going and going and going until that
Right.
tank is empty, and then
I
you
mean,
stop.
you don't
You
need
stop.
sleep, right? Just keep going, It could be like a 48-hour thing, right?
I roll better when I'm sleep deprived.
There you go. I mean, I play pool better when I'm drunk, so maybe it's the same kind of thing.
So, uh, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the games that we got going on up there?
So most of it is going to be 40K based. So we're actually going to have some armies out too. So if you're flying in and you can't fly with your armies or whatever that ends up being, we're going to have some armies that you can use out there, or bring your own, obviously. We're going to have some X-wing set up. Mike Dunn and James is actually really into X-wing. I'm learning how to play it. I'm awful, so don't expect a lot from me,
TIE
but I
fighter
am
spam.
learning.
That's all you need. TIE fighter spam.
I just like make the sound effects, zoom, zoom, zoom. That's all I'm good for on that. So we're gonna have that kind of stuff. We're also gonna have like board games, card games, Munchkin, things like that. I'm painting Super Dungeon Explorer, so there's gonna be a lot of different games happening all around. So pretty much a lot of options there.
Age of Sigmar has their new book coming out.
We will have Age of Sigmar. Everybody keeps talking about it. I'm gonna learn it apparently, so that's gonna be a thing too.
If you're looking for a competitive rule set, they're finally releasing a competitive rule set.
There you go. Yeah, so we're on that one as well. So that'll be there too.
What if I wanted to do a little bit of painting? Because painting can be kind of solo. It's nice to do that in a group. Will there be an area where I can set my stuff up, or?
Yeah, so we actually are going to have some people. So with the painting studio that I used to work at, we have some really good painters that are actually going to come up and do some paintings, like demos and things like that for people. And then you could just kind of paint with them, get some tips and stuff like that too. So we're going to have all that set up. More info to come on that, though. I haven't guaranteed anybody yet, but they will be there.
Alan's an amazing painter. He volunteers to come.
Alan, you're in!
Yeah, I could teach you how to airbrush. I can almost teach you how to do chibi painty eyes.
Nice, very cool. I can't do eyes. I can pretty much do everything else, but eyes, they just like look like big blobs. It's a mess. So.
Oh, my chibi eyes are amazing. I'll run a class on that. No, really,
Okay.
they are.
No, really? Then we'll take you, Casey. It's on.
Now, Valhalla was known for their food and all that. So are you guys
Yeah.
going to have that same level of food?
Oh, absolutely. So Andrea was the caterer for Valhalla, and she is a dear friend of mine now because of these events. So she will be at our events for Battlehaven. And actually, we're stepping it up a little bit this year. She wanted to get a little more creative with her food because it's already amazing, but she wanted to kind of theme it to this event. So she's going to do different dinners themed to different armies. So we're going to have like a Tau dinner, we're going to have a Chaos dinner, and different things that she's kind of playing around with. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what she comes up with. I'm excited.
Okay,
I don't have
so
anything to show or say yet, but it's going to be
as a Tau player, we have like a joke amongst ourselves.
Okay.
Like, the Tau eat it's all fish, so we eat sushi and
Right.
shrimp tails.
So that's what she's already planning on, is like the Tau dinner is going to just be like sushi and like all this fresh fish and stuff like this. So you got really excited. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Understand?
I'm excited for the chaos meal because I just feel like it's going to be a bunch of chaos, and I don't even know what that's going to look like. I'm sure it's going to look disgusting, but it's going to be great, whatever it
Blood
is.
pudding for the blood god.
Right. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
going to be
you
this
hope.
bloody mess. But no, Andrea's food, if you guys have ever seen any of the videos or been to any of the Valhalla events, it's amazing. She is by far the best cook that I've ever had. So.
And guess what? For dinner tonight, you get Nurgle's Rot.
But it tastes so good. It looks so gross, but it's going to be amazing.
So why are you guys putting on a Battlehaven?
Oh, why? That's a really great question. So for me, anyways, so Valhalla, we would do these events. There's really not a lot of people that come to them. It's usually about roughly like 30 to 40 people, so it's not, your thousands of people that come to your conventions and things like this. So it's very intimate. You really have a lot of time to like get to know these people. You're with them like 5 to 7 days. And during that time, you really become friends. And I have made so many great friends through this event that I miss that. You know, I miss meeting all these people from all around the world, all their different hobbies, all their different skills and techniques. And it was just a really fun experience that I missed. So, you know, as soon as people started talking about it again and reaching out to me saying that we should do this again, it was kind of one of those things like, okay, I'm in, totally. Like it was, you know, it wasn't that hard to get me back into it. So that's why we just want to kind of reconnect with everybody. We've made great friends and we want to get them all back out here and just make new friends too.
Yeah, I was at Las Vegas Open, and
Yeah.
a lot of, I think that's where the chatter first started. And
Yeah, as soon as everybody got back from that, I had a lot of phone calls. Apparently you guys were all talking about it at LVO. So yeah, so I think that's where a lot of it happened. And so there is the other event happening too. So there's Valhalla with Blue Table Painting and Miranda happening in October as well. So there's actually 2 events in Utah this year. So kind of exciting. You get your pick on things, so which is kind of cool.
Well, you know, and then on top of that, we've also got Gladiator games coming up here. So
Yeah.
I think we're kind of like the hidden, like we're still the secret, right?
Are you
Everybody's
guys
just like,
a secret? I don't feel like it's a secret anymore. Am I wrong?
we've got like massive Comic-Cons here. We've got all these
Right.
gaming events going on, and you know, everybody just kind of like flies over the top of us on the way to California or the East Coast. So
it's weird because Utah's got the highest nerd population.
Do we?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Comic-Con?
No, it was not even. That's why they brought Comic-Con to Utah, was because they did a survey, and it had the biggest concentration of just fandoms here in Utah.
That makes sense, actually. I agree with that.
okay, so let's just kind of surmise this. You guys, you have a beautiful cabin up in the mountains, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah, and
location's
this
taken
venue,
care of.
we actually haven't used it before. So it's a whole new venue. I love this venue personally because it has a lake. So this cabin actually has its own private lake set in front of it. So you can like kayak, you can paddleboard if you want to. So it's kind of cool. Very cool.
So if for some reason you do have outdoor activities,
Mhm.
which is kind of weird, I don't understand
You
that.
know, and why don't we understand that? Sometimes you just need a break. You need to like breathe in the fresh air and go experience it.
Casey's not used to that. Ball in the sun, the
Casey, I'm gonna get you out on that lake.
pasty skin. It's what nerds are known for.
It's you know it's interesting. It's like half and half. I think people just want to stay inside it all day and game and stuff, you know. But then you have like your outdoor enthusiasts that are like the mountains in Utah. I'm gonna go hiking. I'm gonna go, you know, running and get attacked by a bear. That didn't happen, but you know it's potential. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's about half and half. Yeah, people want to kind of explore a little bit too. So at this cabin, you definitely have that. You can go kind of enjoy the outdoors a little bit, and then come right back inside and go game again. So it's kind of cool.
A fire-breathing flying bear, correct?
Yes, only indoors. Yes, none outdoors. We haven't encountered one yet, so we're good.
Food is completely covered.
Yes, with your ticket. Yep.
With your ticket.
Yep.
You guys are bringing your own armies. So if someone doesn't have, so really, like I'm trying to find a reason why someone wouldn't want to go, and I'm coming up shy because you guys have everything covered, right?
Right, yeah. You know, I think a little bit of it though is like maybe the super competitive player wouldn't really like this because it's not competitive. It's like let's casual, let's play. You can get super competitive if you want to with the person you're playing, but like there's, you know, it's not a competition. You can just kind of casually play. You can pick up games with anybody you want to. So it's just kind of lets everybody have fun kind of type of thing. So if you're really competitive, you know, it might be a little bit tricky, but Rich is there. He plays orcs and will definitely play you and be competitive about it if you need that too.
So it's like summer camp for adult nerds.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. But with like excellent food, excellent people. I mean, my summer camp sucked. Like the counselors were awful. So we won't be that way. We'll be awesome.
I went to scout camp and all we did was just like commit felonies and destroy nature.
What? Where did you go?
It doesn't matter. That is every scout camp.
Is it? I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
commit felonies at mine.
You weren't a Boy Scout.
Very,
That is
I
true.
was not a Boy Scout, so fair enough.
That's all I can say about that now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
waiting
got,
for
I've got
more.
stories too that are incriminating. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
What
Maybe at
what scouts
Valhaven
like
we'll talk
fire?
about that. And get lost. You always hear about that lost kid on scout camp. I don't know.
Now, is this in a gated community like Valhalla is, or is this how's the
No.
location?
Yeah, so with Valhalla, that was one thing that I did not like about that cabin. It was really hard. It was gated. You had to have the passcode. It was a little bit of a hassle to get in. Some of our staff got locked out, so it was a little bit tricky to kind of make that work. So this one is actually not gated, so you can drive right up to it. There's 1,000 parking spots. I'm being super dramatic. There's maybe like 30, but there's a lot. So there's definitely parking for everybody. And so it's really easy to get to. So no hassles that way. You have the address, it takes you right there to it. So it's very accessible.
So if, as we said before, sometimes you just gotta step away from the table a little bit, get outside. And if people
Right.
want to, go to like Park City, how
Mhm.
close is Park City? Or Salt Lake is obviously a little bit further, and by that I mean 40 minutes. But
Right. Yeah, it's not too far at all. Park City is about 15, 20 minutes from Heber, so it's not far at all. We're about 5 minutes from downtown in Heber, so it's really easy just to get downtown and then hop up to Park City. Park City is really cool. They have like tons of things going on there, shopping, all the fun stuff up there too, so that you can do as well. So definitely more activities as well.
there's a great place in Heber called Granny's. Amazing milkshakes.
I've seen it and I've never been there, so you approve of it, huh?
I do. It
Okay.
looks like a dump on the outside,
It
and
totally does. That's why I've never been there, but I'm always like, that place is probably really good.
it their hamburgers and fries are just passable. And it
Yeah.
looks like a dump on the inside too. So take your stuff and just take it outside and eat your.
Okay.
But their milkshakes are amazing.
Cool. I will have to try it,
So
definitely.
we'll have to go for like a milkshake run when we
I
visit.
mean, though, when you're up there, like you think, oh, I'm going to have all this time and I maybe want to go into Park City or go get a milkshake, you are going to be so full. There's going to be so much food there. Like the milkshake is going to be the last thing on your mind. That's why I've never tried it. And then even leaving too, you're like, Park City's 20 minutes away and I'm going to miss all of this. So you really, I mean, there's other things to do, but I guarantee you're not going to want to leave once you get up there because it's so great. So there's that.
What
Definitely look at things to do, but you probably won't do them.
that
So
could
are
be
you
for the
guys
spouses.
What was that?
the
That
plus
could
ones?
the plus ones, the spouses.
Yeah, so we have spouses come a lot actually. We have private rooms available, so if you wanted your spouse to come out, you can get a private room where you two can share it. And then there's a lot of things for them to do too. Like me and Andrea love to play board games, so even if they're not into like the whole armies and stuff like that, they can play board games with us. There's so much to do around there too, like shopping in Park City and things like that too. Just go walk across the lake and things like that. Like there's a lot of stuff to do there. There's a pool and a hot tub. There's a whole outdoor that's amazing. So there's a lot of stuff.
Well, now I'm gonna have to bring my wife too because she's a board game fanatic.
There you go. Tell her to come play with me and Andrea.
Oh my gosh, we could get. So have you ever played Pandemic before?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
So they actually have a Pandemic where you play it only once. It's called Legacy, and
Okay.
so the events in the first game carry over to your next game. And so basically, as the game evolves, at the end of it, you have 12 custom scenarios that you play through. It
Okay.
evolves, and by the end of it, you have a completely custom board game. It's, you're adding new rules, characters are dying, you know, cities are being created and destroyed and whatnot, and we could totally knock that out like over the whole time.
Bring it. I'm telling you, it'll
Or,
definitely get played.
so do you guys have any events planned? I mean, I know you guys have a lot of games available,
hmm
but did you have like any narrative type events planned or?
Not really, actually. So when you come in, like we kind of get an idea of what you're playing, who you would be a good person to play with, and I kind of steer you in that direction. But really, it's just kind of, come in, talk to people, what are you playing? What are you playing? Let's catch a game. There's other people that are going to be there that you're going to want to play a game with, and so you can sign up to play games with people. Rich is a really popular one. Everybody wants to play his orcs and try to beat them. So there's definitely certain people that you're going to want to play a game with, but others it's just like, oh, hey, you have this, cool, let's play. So it's very casual. We don't necessarily have the narrative thing set up yet. It ends up being so casual that it hasn't worked out in the past, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So everybody just kind of does their own thing, which has turned out to be awesome.
So what's your terrain like? I mean, terrain makes the game in a lot of cases.
Yeah, for sure. So 40K Amateur Hour is making a bunch of boards for us, and then Bruce Clegg is also making some boards as well. So we have a lava board right now, which is very awesome. That's on our Facebook and our website. He just finished like a Tau board, which is very cool. Necrons, huh? Necrons, thinking of that sushi. And then, and I don't know the boards that Bruce has. What is he doing? Zone Mortalis, Bruce has one already. So we'll definitely have a lot of different boards, and they're not even all done yet, which is exciting. So, but check our Facebook and our website. We're going to have all the updates on there.
Yeah, all those links are in the description below.
Very cool. There you go. You're on top of it. And they are all going to be at Gladiator games, so you can see them there.
Cool, and I believe Mike Dunn's going to be at the games too. So.
Yeah, he will be there as well. Yep.
So, do you have any celebrities lined up other than James?
James is our little celebrity. So we have, so we have some, Battle Foam is bringing some stuff out, which is very cool. Everybody likes Battle Foam gear. We have Wild West Exodus. They're going to come out and do some demos for us as well. And then we have Chris Morgan from Forge the Narrative is going to be there too. So, and then all of us, you get to hang out. It'll be awesome. We also have companies bringing in some stuff too. So like I have some donations from companies that we're going to be raffling off too. So there's going to be tons of stuff to win there as well, which is really fun. And check our Facebook on updates for that stuff too.
Great. And so what was your guys' website again?
It is battlehaven.us.
Okay. Is there an email address if people want to get a hold of you?
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, it's westerlyevents@gmail.com.
Awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Casey,
so
are you?
You guys are in, right? You're in.
I'm having a harder and harder time saying no. Like, I never made it to Valhalla, and then, you know, when events started happening, I felt really bad that I wasn't ever going to make it out, but, you know, it's still around. But, oh my gosh, I'm so excited by this. I think me and my wife need a weekend away of gaming.
I think you do. I definitely think
we deserve it, dang it.
You do deserve it. You should treat yourself.
My kids are like velociraptors with pigtails and berets.
Yours are too. Mine are that way.
I love them. They're sweet, but you never know if they're gonna like play Barbies with you or if they're gonna like try and sacrifice Barbies, you know, to the, you know, on a 7-pointed star. I just.
What is PBS teaching them?
Awful stuff, I'm convinced. Terrible things.
Sorry, no, I don't want to talk about my kids anymore.
No, I'm like intrigued. Actually,
I was gonna make like a super wide Necronomicon joke. You know.
I mean, Casey, what else do your kids do?
Oh my gosh, it's so rough.
How old are your kids?
So I've got 2 girls.
Okay.
One is 5 and the other is 2.5.
Oh, okay. So a little
they,
younger.
It's great that you've got the Darth Vader poster in the back, right? So we watched Star Wars Rebels with them.
Nice.
And they totally love it. So much so that they don't actually know other Star Wars exists. I brought my oldest one to an X-Wing night, right? And she's like, Daddy, that's a TIE fighter, and that's an interceptor. And she's knowing all this stuff, and all these guys are like, you're raising them right. And
that is awesome.
Like, here, you want to see something really cool? And he pulls out, like, the Millennium Falcon. And he's like, nice. Check this out. And she's just like, oh,
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
This poor guy, like, he was so like disheartened.
It's the most important piece.
Yeah, she's just like, no, like, you know, you ask her who's the greatest pilot out there, and she's like, right. Hera. You know, like, she's never heard of Han Solo or anything.
Right. Yeah.
But she's the oldest one. She's a Jedi. She tells me she's a Jedi all the time. And then the youngest one, she runs around. She's like, dark side. In this really creepy voice. As she sees Darth Vader, and she gets all excited, and I'm like, oh no, you're the evil child.
I kind of like that, though. That's okay. I'm always the bad guy, so it works.
Do you ever see her doing like the Force choke on you while you're walking away?
You know, she makes some really angry faces, and I swear she's trying to use the Force on me. But so much like, you know, when I was, being my awesome nerd dad, and I said, "All right, you can pick out a lightsaber, because they have like the plastic extendable ones, and she immediately gets the red saber, and she gets this really angry look. She's like, "Urgh," and then she goes and like hits me with it, and I'm like so shocked I don't know what to do, and then she's like, "Daddy, fall down, fall down."
Daddy, die. You're supposed to
Oh,
die.
oh, okay, and I fall down, and she
That's
stomps
awesome.
around, and yeah. So I have a good one and an evil one.
Nice. I mean, you got to have the balance, right? It
It's true.
works out. Yeah. So one thing that I love about Battle Haven is that 18 or older, which is kind of nice. I love my children too, but you just gotta cap it off somewhere, you know. So no kids at this, which is pretty awesome because as a parent, you need a break. So it's pretty
So,
nice.
for those that are interested, will adult libations be available?
Yeah, so in the past, we've actually just had it be bring your own alcohol, which hasn't been bad or anything, but we just kind of want to make sure that it's controlled a little bit, you know, liquor licenses and, you know, all of that liability and stuff. So we're gonna have somebody come in actually with the liquor license and stuff, and we'll have a bartender. So we'll have a bartending service come in, probably the first night and then the last night. So you guys can definitely partake of that, which is usually the busiest night, so it works out pretty well.
Okay, great.
So we'll get everybody drunk at the beginning so they all become best friends right at the first night. And then you leave and you're like, oh man, I'm going to miss you so much. It's perfect.
The dice roll better, right?
Right. I mean, I feel like it.
So, uh, that's what I've got. Alan, what else you got here, man?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to tell us about Battle Haven?
You
Or
know,
how many?
ticket. Go ahead.
Yeah. Or how many spots are still available?
Yeah, so we do have some spots available still. Tickets, we need to have them actually bought before the 1st of August so that we can kind of plan everything and stuff. So you have about a month to get your tickets. We still have some spots available, but get them now. They're limited. I don't actually know the number of spots available right now, but I know we do have some. So definitely, you know, look into the packages and stuff that we have online. And time is limited. And hopefully, you know, we can make this year go amazing so that we can come back to do it again next year too. We want to make sure that this is at least a yearly thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun event. I'm not. I'd say anybody out there watching definitely check out the site.
Yeah, so battlehaven.us, kind of a weird site, but that's where we're at. So packages are on there. Our contact info is on there too if you have any questions. Definitely reach out. I am happy to take phone calls. You can email us as well too, and all that information is on our website.
So, what does Westerly Events do outside of Battle Haven?
So nothing yet. I fell in love with the name, so we were kind of deciding that we were going to do Battle Haven, and just in case anything ever expands from this, you know, if we decide to do other events, things like that, we kind of wanted to leave that bridge open. So we were like, well, we should come up with like an event, you know, name for our company, and Battle Haven would be a portion of what we do so far. That's obviously like the biggest part that we're doing. But I loved Westerly events. Like I wanted Battle Haven to be called Westerly something, but everybody thought that was too girly. So that's ended up being the event company that we have. And then Battle Haven is a portion underneath that, which is the Wargaming Retreat.
Cool.
Yep. Got to get girly in there somewhere.
So, planning ahead, if spots sell out and somebody can't come to this one, when are you guys planning for the next one?
So this year we wish we had more time to kind of plan it and get the word out and stuff too. So we're going to announce as soon as possible. We know that there's so many cons and, you know, things to plan out for the year that we want to kind of get that out so that people can plan on it if they want to come out. So hopefully, you know, give you guys a big notice. So I have no idea when we're going to announce, but it definitely will be pretty close, I think, to the end of this one so that we can kind of get a kickstart on that, the next one, and have some really good people out and things like that so that people can prepare for it.
Cool. That's all the questions I have. Casey, anything else?
No, I just gotta say, I just want to reinforce to everybody listening out here that this is kind of like one of those premier events. You know, if you go to one of these things, it's one of the things that you're going to remember for a long time to come. You know, this isn't 2 or 3 days at your local game store with just whoever shows up. You know, you're going to be in some of the greatest mountains in the world. Literally, this is world-class mountains. There won't be skiing up there this time of year, but but you'll
No
be there.
snow. No snow, thankfully, because nobody wants to drive in that up the mountains.
Yeah, so you're going to be in a world-class location. It's going to be totally catered. It's, beautiful accommodations. There's going to be great terrain there. This is one of those things that you really don't want to try and miss out on. If you have
Agreed.
the opportunity to it, you really do yourself a favor and go. Like I said, it's like going on a cruise ship. Everybody needs to go at least once.
Unless you're me, I'm not going. No, but definitely it is. It's an experience you won't ever forget. And we have people that have gone to Valhalla that come every year, so it's something that they don't miss. They're coming back for this event once they heard that we were doing it. It's something that you're going to come out, you're going to meet these people, you're going to stay in touch with these people. We have, different groups of people that stayed in touch. They go on vacations together. You're going to meet some of the best friends that you'll ever have. And so it's just really, I can't even explain it without sounding super weird about how great this experience is going to be. You kind of just have to come and experience it for yourself. So it's kind of magic. I'll just say that.
Well, and if you're going to be traveling somewhere to go to a place like this, it needs to be. And you
Yeah.
guys have that all set up. You don't, you said, you don't travel halfway across the country to go to a local game store.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you
I'm not,
can. We'll take you there if you want to. But no, it's definitely a lot more than that.
Shiv Games is just right down the street. I love Shiv, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to get on an airplane to go
Right.
there. So versus this event is something that it's worth traveling across the country to go to.
No, definitely it is. And we have people like not even just the country. We have coming from all over the world. Coming to Valhalla and stuff. And so we have them actually coming to this event too, which is very cool.
Well, I appreciate you guys putting this on. I think we need more events like this out there.
Well,
So,
hopefully we continue to do it. So that we can just keep on going with it and have it be a yearly thing. So that's our hope for it.
Well, I'm sold.
Yay! We got two of you. It's fine.
and we got on the budget, right? We're going to film on location.
There we go.
Yeah, we have Wi-Fi available up there. Everything's been checked, so definitely you can do a lot of stuff from there too, which is cool.
Well, Shannon, we appreciate your time and we appreciate you coming and talking with us.
Yeah, thanks you guys. It was really nice to meet you. I've heard about both of you, so thanks for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Hopefully we haven't left you too scarred.
No, I mean, I'm good. I just don't want to meet your children, maybe until they grow up and we decide which one is light and dark. But other than that, we're good.
One will have cookies.
Right. Yeah, I want that one.
They'll kill you with kindness, but they will kill you.
Okay, as long as it's with kindness, that's a good way to go.
All right, yeah, folks, yes, definitely check out Battlehaven, the website. Like I said, links are in the description down below. Let us know in the comments what you think and if you want to come. We'd really love to hear from you. I'm sure Battlehaven would love to hear from you. So, yeah, just start up a conversation.
Very cool. Thanks, you guys, and we'll see you guys out there, right?
Definitely.
Very cool.
All right, that's it for us tonight, folks. Once again, thank you, Shannon, for coming on. Like this video, guys. Share it. Subscribe to see more. We'll be back next week. Casey, anything else?
Well, just as always, if there's ever something that you guys would like us to talk about or a product you'd like us to take a look at, shoot us an email at theatomicsalt@gmail.com. This has been the Atomic Salt, and flying, fire-breathing bears have blown our minds.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Bye. See you guys next week.